unhappy life. Hey, Billy Birkensocks, since you're the man of amazing advice. All right, since you're a man of amazing advice, sleepers, is that what it's called? I figure I tell you my story. All right, I was married for a year until I found out that my ex-wife was lying to me about money. Oh, she didn't light up the cards, did she? A bit of a backstory. I've known this chick for 15 years. I'm 37 and she was 42. We always had a thing for each other, but life circumstances always kept us busy. We both got busy with our careers, our other relationships, etc. It wasn't until 2019 that we said, let's give it another shot. We did. While together, I was on cloud nine. I thought I found a good woman and with someone I trusted with my life. Boy, was I wrong. Jesus Christ, you guys should start writing for like those murder shows my wife watches. It was a quiet town. A little too quiet. Before we got married, I laid out my financial books and told her everything. How much I made, bills, debt, etc. I've always been good with money and never had to rely on credit cards. That I have been known... I've always been good... Wait, let me just back up. I was just thinking of some fucking episode I watched. Before we got married, I laid out my financial books and I told her everything. How much I made, bills, debt, etc. I've always been good with money and never had to rely on credit cards. Now, did she do the same thing? That, and I've been known to live a frugal lifestyle. Her, on the other hand, no. She always had to have the Louis Vuitton, nice clothes, etc. She was making good money when we were together. But she told me after we were married that even in a dip in income, I won't change my lifestyle. What a fucking thing to say after. I figured it's her money. Let her have her fun. This was pre-pandemic, and she was making close to six figures. How fucking immature is that? Even in a dip in income, I won't change my lifestyle. At that point, you're not living in reality. Buddy, you married a dope. I'm sorry. When the pandemic hit, we lost both of our jobs. I picked up a few odd jobs while she found another job. She's an accountant, but she took a $30,000 pay cut. And how did she celebrate finding another job? Buying a Birkin bag? She went from making $120,000 a year as a senior accountant to $90,000 a year. While it's still good, I come to find out that's a huge chunk of her income goes to paying off credit cards that she still owes student loans. She's been an accountant for almost 20 years, and she only paid off 10% of her $85,000 in student loans. Now, did you not ask her this shit because you didn't want to cause a fight, or because you assumed that because she's an accountant, my laptop's flickering again, that because she was an accountant, she, had her books balanced? Anyways, of course, she failed to tell me this before we got married. She went further to lie more about money. It turned out she barely had 2 nickels to rub together before we got married and saw me as a way out of her bad choices. Now, you have that is in quotes as if she said that. Dude, this is this shit out here where, they keep acting like men are always the predators and women are always the prey. This is not the fucking case. All right? There's assholes on both sides of the genitalia there. And now that so many people are transitioning, you're going to get more assholes in that fucking pool. All right? So everybody, whatever you're into, you got to have your head on a swivel. All right. As I'm in the process of finishing nursing school and I'm getting ready to graduate within the next 6 months, I have hospitals throwing themselves at me offering great money. Once she saw this, I saw her eyes widen, and she and I both knew that I'd be making great money while she got to spend it. No, dude, no. This is not happening. You can't let this happen. By the way, I put myself through school. She never dropped a dime for me to go. This was all grants and loans. Wow. Wait a minute. I'm confused. So after you had this conversation, you then went to medical school? No. You're finishing nursing school, and I'm getting ready to graduate within the next 6 months. Okay. All of my friends and family have told me to bail. That's what I say. Even my own mom paid for the filing fees for my divorce as I was tapped financially due to me helping her with her bills and everything. Yeah, dude, she totally took advantage of you. Get out now. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? Because she's a woman and you're a man, and that's it. So they fucking win. Always. So just lose by 40 rather than by 100 would be my advice. I didn't make a lot, but I tried to be the good husband and have her back. Did she help me when my bank account is close to negative? No. A few weeks ago, I filed for divorce and moved out. All right, good for you. Our lease was ending, and I figured, fuck it. I moved back in with the family as she took what little we had, the couch, bed, and what little furniture we had in our small apartment. Yeah, of course she felt entitled to that. Fucking twat. As I write this, I still don't understand why she felt the need to lie to me about her finances. Because she's a piece of shit, sir. She's a lying, opportunistic piece of shit. Maybe I never will. Even though I'm rebuilding my life, I thank God every day we didn't start a family. That's good. That is all good. But I can tell you this. Now you have to accept some of the responsibility. If you want to grow from this. What the fuck are you going to do the next time you're getting ready to marry somebody? Okay? You got to vet the person. You got to find out what their finances are, where they're at. All right? You got off easy. Oh. You know something? You know what's funny about all of the way she's living her life? Was she ended up in the same fucking situation she was in with nothing, and then she put you in the same situation, and all she got out of it was a couch and a bed and a small apartment. What a fucking piece of shit. I hope she has to scrub the floors with a toothbrush. I used one at that. All right. Anyway, Bill, I'm sorry for the long-ass email, but hopefully my story will help someone that was in my situation to ask the right questions and always do your due diligence. There you go. See, look, he's taking responsibility. Thanks again, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, man, I'm sorry that happened to you. And there is this big sort of thing out there that, the man's supposed to help, take care of the woman, take your jacket off, put it over the puddle. Don't get caught up in that fucking hype. Treat them as equals. All right? What are you bringing to the party? Okay? Like their ability to manipulate the whole game. Like the same way like they look at it like sex is they're doing you a favor. Like it doesn't feel good for them. Like they don't have an orgasm too. You know what I mean? Like the whole fucking thing, just the whole way that whole thing is just looked upon, that they're giving themselves to you. I guess how we're set up, how you're entering them, I guess on some level, but I mean, there's also like there's some tomfoolery, little tomfuckery going on there with the whole power structure of that. And all they got to do is show up and look good, and they've done their part, and you got to go pick up a hammer and go crush all the rocks. I mean, while they say they want equality, I don't know. I'm just saying. There's a lot of great women out there. This one wasn't, but this woman does exist, but you can't really talk about her now without being called sexist, okay? But the truth is this, okay, women like this are not Bigfoot, okay? They actually exist. So like this person says, do your goddamn due diligence, look out for it, and if they start getting their back up and they start getting angry, that's because they got something to hide, all right? Then you go Columbo, you act confused, and you keep fucking pressing the questions, and then maybe you start asking people around you what their thing is. Because sometimes people keep their mouth shut because they don't get in the middle of it like, well, it looks like he's going to marry her, so I ain't going to say nothing because I'm going to lose my friend. All right. That is it. That is the podcast. Congratulations to Fabio Quartararo taking a commanding lead of the 2021 MotoGP championship. Another great fucking race. I got to watch the Formula One because I've heard that's unbelievable this year. After all my bitch moaning and complaining, I should have hung in there because I've been missing an incredible season. Congratulations to the Yankees, you motherfuckers. You're playing great baseball. I hope we get a one-game playoff, and I hope we bounce you fucking goddamn fucking, what do they call those things? The pinstripes. You can't lie, man. It's one of the best uniforms in sports. And you just can't, I mean, how far are you going to take? How far are you going to take the hatred that you're not going to give it? It's a fucking great looking uniform. It's a great logo, the whole fucking thing. The only thing that ruins it is those idiots out in right field. We're chanting your name. And they got the dumb pinstripes on that. I would feel that's a little low rent. I always feel like they could do better than that, And I blame the New York Yankee franchise for us playing Sweet Caroline because you assholes started playing YMCA first. I mean, come on. We're two baseball franchises that have been around for so goddamn long. There's no reason for us to be making asses of ourselves. You go to the Yankees game, they're spelling it out. YMCA. Horrific. Nightmare. Who do I blame? ESPN for over-promoting sports and getting people who really aren't into sports to then go to the goddamn ballpark. They don't want to go to the game. They're there to fucking dance during the seventh inning. All right, Grandpa, shut the fuck up. Okay, sorry. I'll talk to you guys. I'll check in on you on Thursday.